What's up? It's Keith. Quick bathroom rant video. Yes, if you ever watch my channel, I like to stand in my bathroom and make bathroom rant videos. So there's a saying I really love. It's called, "How you do anything is how you do everything." This saying I heard from a gentleman named Casey Comden. He was one of the Amway millionaires back in the 90s and early 2000s, and maybe in the late 80s. And if you don't know what that is, look it up. It's crazy. But he said, "How you do anything is how you do everything." I was like, whoa. I never really got it until this quick story I want to tell you, because I hope this relates to you. How you do anything, how you do the small stuff, is how you do everything else. I was making an omelet the other morning for the wife-a-tron and I, Sunday morning, right? I'm cooking some breakfast. And when I'm cracking eggs and I'm putting them in there, stirring them up, I noticed that I accidentally dropped one little tiny piece of eggshell in the omelets, in the eggs. And I was like fishing in there trying to get it out. You know how that is, it's stuck in the yolk. You're trying to get that little piece of eggshell out, and you're like, oh, and it keeps moving as far, and you're like, you're just gonna fit your fingers in there and get it out. I couldn't get it out. So I said, you know what, whatever, dude. I'll just make and throw it in the pan. I don't know what cognitive dissonance made me do that, but I rationalized it and threw it in the pan. And then I said, once it was in the pan, I'm like, what am I doing? And I went and I sifted through the pan and I got it out. And then I rationalized in my head, well, once it's in the pan, listen to me, it's more spread out and it'll be easier to get. But really it was a lie, because in that quick moment, I was going to leave that piece of crap in there, that shell. And I was like, oh my God. I had this revelation. You can have it at any time. How you do anything is how you do everything. I said, how many things in your life do you leave, like you do a perfect job, but you leave one thing messed up, right? And then you rationalize, just because I'm in a hurry, we're out of time. You do all the dishes, but you leave one dish in the sink. Like, you don't do 100% thorough job. And I'm not talking about being OCD here, but it's true. How you do anything is how you do everything. And all of a sudden, it multiplied in my head, and I started realizing that's what compounded interest is all about. That's what compounding is. A bunch of little tiny things add up to a bunch of big things. And then you find a day you're trapped in all this shit that you've created from your past, whatever it is. Like, you open your closet door where your laundry is, and shit falls all over the place. You open your car door and, I don't know, wrappers and crap fall all over the place and it's a mess. Whatever that is, instead of like setting up like a system where each piece of trash, has to go into the garbage. If there's a quarter in your tray in your car, if you're working, no matter what it is, how you do anything is how you do everything. So I've been really, really paying attention lately and stopping and saying, how much time is being wasted, and just the cost of having to search for shit and go back and find shit. Before Forrest left working for me, this guy actually taught me something really awesome, right? I had to really swallow my pride as the boss and the business owner. And I don't know what snapped inside of him, but he had the balls to tell me since he was leaving, and he actually left me with a great gift. He said, "Keith, you're so busy, running around trying to get the jobs done and make the money. He's like, I'm just being honest, your trailer is totally unorganized and it's a mess. Both your trailers are." And I was like, okay, I'm listening, because I'm very open-minded. If someone's got a good idea, I want to hear it. He's like, dude, let's organize everything down to the nut and bolt and label everything in the truck and trailer. And I would like to take credit for this, but I give credit to him. I said, you know what, dude, let's do it. We were already busy. We spent 2 days straight ripping apart the trucks and trailers and my storage unit, and threw away 3 truckloads of stuff that I had been saving from a job that we did one time, a broken wheelbarrow that I thought I was going to fix, a blown up pair of shrub trimmers that I thought I was going to fix, a backpack blower that was completely blown up. And I don't want to hear anybody in the comments saying, you should have gave that stuff to me, because at a very busy moment, it's almost like you have like a bag of pop cans laying around. You're like, one day I'm going to get the time to take those pop cans back. No, give them to somebody or throw them away, because they're slowing you down. So we threw away a bunch of trash and like an old fertilizer spreader where the thing was broken and it was like 20 years old. And basically I shouldn't have told you that because I have a couple friends that are pissed off at me saying, you should have given me all that broken shit. But when you tell people about it, then you're sitting there holding all this shit for months and nobody ever shows up to pick it up. So anyways, but now my trucks and trailers are completely organized. The truck's organized. We have like bins for personal protective equipment and safety glasses and gloves. Another bin over here is nuts and bolts and tools. Another bin over here, like it's all labeled and very organized. And at the end of each job site, I'm like, nope, this goes here. This goes here. Nope, this goes here. And everything's kind of color coded. It's just the beginning, but what I'm really learning is because I did the math, the amount of money we wasted last year, money I lost, not a whole lot, but about $1,000 profit was lost and wasted time at an average of about 4 minutes per job of having to hunt for the right tools. That's just on the window cleaning side. On the landscaping side, I'd say I lost over $2,000 in profit just due to unorganization as far as meticulous organization, having everything in the truck and trailer, like the tool goes in the same exact spot each time. At the end of each job, no matter how. Now, when you're swamped up to your eyeballs and you're late for family events and you gotta be somewhere and then like you got people blowing up your phone and you're like, you're working in the dark and you just throw all the, no. Here was my argument, and this argument still holds true. So here's the other end of it. Here goes my rant. You show up at a family event late and everybody's pissed. No, I know I'm late, but I had to make sure my trailer was organized. You fucking asshole is what you'll be, as if you're laying on your deathbed and you're so happy because everybody hates you, yet you're fucking, everything was so organized, you know what I mean? Because the compounding that I'm talking about of shit being a complete mess in your life and your business and all that is literally because you got so much to do, and it's all rooted by, leadership, codependencies, insecurities, and money, right? It's if you build a business on low prices, which I did my first 3 years, and then I was stuck scrambling in my business, being forced to just run and squeeze everything out the sides because I built a business on low prices. Over the past 3 years, I've raised the prices every single year, and now I just keep raising them, losing tons of clients, and I don't care. It is what it is. I'll get more. And I believe you should do the same, because you find yourself in a position where you're running like a rat on a wheel to make money, and you're really just digging yourself deeper in the dirt because now all your shit's unorganized, shit's all over the place, and you're scrambling, and it's getting worse and worse and worse, and it compounds, right? So how you do anything is how you do everything. And it really comes down to when you're talking to the customer, and let's just say it's $500, and you keep thinking like 400. If I tell them 500, you're like, fuck, 400. And you look at the customer, you go, they say, how much is it? You go, oh, just $400. You go, fuck. You should have said 500. All right, it's so hard to get over that. It really comes down, sorry, my arms get tired. It comes down to those moments. How you do anything is how you do everything. Start paying attention to that. Those moments where you look at the customer, they ask you the total and you go, or they want a quote and you go, no, 500. You have to be willing to lose. Get rid of your egoic attachment to it. Get rid of your attachments. Just get rid of it. Take a breath and rehearse, right? Getting rid of the attachment to what if the customer says no. Because I've had one of my biggest clients drop me recently that I've had for like 5 years. Probably my biggest client. Because I raised the price a little bit. And they went and found somebody else. Maybe they'll be back. But oh, what a stress reliever. Because when you're working, running in circles for peanuts for somebody, not making, it wasn't peanuts, but it's just like this particular client has very, very high standards to the point where it was making me lose money because we just couldn't make them happy. Coming back and coming back and coming back and fixing microscopic little things, and then, see, everybody has that in their business. So I believe when anybody gives advice or they say this is the way it is or this is the way it should be, well, maybe that advice is good for them, for where they're at and where they've came from, what they've gone through, and people are similar into that calibration. But for other people, it could be crappy, horrible advice, because I believe in the beginning you have to do what you got to do to get to what you got to get. Like, you should only buy the best wheelbarrow made out of solid steel. You should only buy the Stihl BR600 backpack blower that's $600. Well, if you're flat fucking broke and your bills are due, you're gonna buy the piece of shit backpack blower from Home Depot to get you to where you gotta fucking get, period. All there is to it, right? You're driving around in a shitty truck covered in rust. How come you don't have a brand new truck? Right? The only difference between two different people that are the same person, but one has like farther along and has more money and all that, and feels great about his or herself, and the one that has jack shit and is just getting started, is really just like the attachment to the materialistic. And I promise you, all the materialistic shit is just shit. Because once you get that brand new, whatever that thing is, or that piece of equipment, or it gets old quickly, and it's just a physical item. It doesn't mean anything. And you walk around smiling all day, oh, I'm rich. No. So in my YouTube videos when I first started, I was very like trying to be very centered and talk like I'm like a textbook, and now I'm just free flowing. I don't give a shit. So, all right, cool. I'm gonna end this. I need to shave. Hope you're doing very well. I really do. And peace out.